Realtors, property alerts are one of the single biggest pieces of the puzzle to help with conversion inside of your CRM. So if you got a CRM and you're not sending property alerts, or you're sending them through the MLS, or even worse, letting your clients go online and find homes through our competitor websites, you are missing out on a ton of money and commissions, and you're also not really being the best that you could be for your client.
Maybe because you're broke, because you suck at your job.
So today, I'm gonna walk through the Lofty CRM and show you guys exactly how to set up custom property alerts for clients that you've already had contact with that have given you a specific criteria of what they're searching for. Like I said, this is one of the most important factors for conversion. So many times do I have leads that come into my Lofty that aren't ready yet, but I continuously send them property alerts that meet the criteria that they gave me originally, and they end up turning into converted clients. Now, this is one of many pieces to a successful ingredients to having a successful CRM that can convert a bunch of leads for you, but this is one of the most important. So if you guys don't have a CRM yet, you need to get one. Hit me up. I am an official Lofty certified coach, and I'm now a Lofty reseller, and I can get you access to the full version of Lofty for a fraction of the price that you can get it from Lofty directly from. So if you guys have been exploring Lofty and thinking, hey, this is awesome, or if you're at a brokerage that supplies Lofty, but it's too locked down to do exactly what you want to do, well, we should have a conversation, because a full version of Lofty is the difference between playing the game and winning the game. And I want you guys to win this game at a max level, so don't hesitate to hit me up and I can get you guys set up on that. So without any further ado, let's jump into the tutorial, and I'm going to show you guys how to do property alerts. All right, guys, so we're starting from the main lead page here. So whatever lead that you guys want to add a manual property alert on, you're just going to click on them and it's going to take you to this main page. Now, this is for any leads that have given us a criteria. So we want to set up a manual property alert. So take, for instance, somebody comes in from an open house, right? The auto property alerts that I talk about in previous videos, those come in for if somebody ends up logging into our website and searching for homes, it'll start to monitor them. But for people who come into our database separate from our website, we may need to set up their property alerts manually, especially if they've already given us a criteria. So to do that, what we're going to end up doing is going to this engagement tab here, and you're going to see we have the ability to put property alerts, market snapshots, market reports, home reports, and a seller report. Now, for some of you guys, if we have the lead details or the lead type set up incorrectly, let's say this was just set up as a seller, you're going to come to this tab and you're going to say, Adam, there's no way to put property alerts in on this tab. And the reason is because property alerts typically go out to buyers because they're looking to buy a property, and this is why we're sending them the properties, right? So if you guys go to your lead and you do this, they may have came in on a seller by accident, and we need to change them back. So you just click these three dots, hit edit details. Under lead type, we can change them to buyer, and then click save. And now you're going to see those property alerts are going to show up. So then we can finally go ahead and set these up. All right. Now, once again, this is a demo account, so ignore my search criteria here. I'm clearly not in the San Francisco area. As you can see, my map's going to show Denver. All right. So there's a couple of different ways that we can do this over here. I'm just unchecking these inquiries here. If you do have their criteria set and you had this here, you could check all these and click fill into fields, and it'll automatically fill into here, but it doesn't do it by default. All right. Now, let's say that your client is looking from any properties that are west of I-25, which is our main highway artery here, and between Broomfield and Lakewood. So there's a couple of ways you could do this. You could come in here and you could type in these cities all the way down. But the thing is that some of these cities stretch east of I-25. Right? So we want to make sure that we get them what they want, which is that west of I-25 in the Western metro area here. So what I do is I come up here and I select this draw option and I choose the polygon. And then from there, I'm going to go up and like once again, let's say this client said, hey, I'm looking anywhere between Broomfield and Lakewood west of I-25. So I'm going to come over here and start west of I-25, and I just click my map, and it's going to give me these lines that I can draw. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out all the way over here, and I'm just going to hug the mountain line or the edge of our metro area, and I'm going to go down here to the bottom of Lakewood. I kind of went a little bit far here, but I'll show you how we can adjust that. So I'm going to come back up here, go over here, and I'm going to stop right on west of I-25, and then I just kind of follow the highway and keep putting my my points here to keep this west of I-25 until I finally bring it together and click it, and it actually completes that image. Now, if you did what I did and you went a little too far south, you can just click this dot and you can bring this right back up and you can adjust that. And you can do this with any of the dots on here to continue to adjust that. Now, one of the things that you want to consider when we're setting up manual property alerts for a client that we've already gotten their criteria from is we want to send them homes that actually meet what they're looking for. So we're going to fill in all of the info there, and then we're going to look at this number on the top here and make sure that the results are not 2,488, right? Because that's way too overwhelming for a client. We want to bring these down under 100, preferably under like 70 or so. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to ignore the location since we already did the maps here, and then we're going to fill in their prices. So this client said that they want to shop up to 700,000. So because of the way the market is right now, I'm actually going to put their max price at 750,000. And the reason is because there could be homes on the market for 750,000 that have been there for 150 days. And, you know, we could probably knock that down into their price range. And the last thing I want them to do is miss out on any awesome opportunities. There's a lot of homes in this country that are overpriced right now. It's still a situation where sellers think it's COVID and buyers think it's the meltdown. So there's a lot of homes that are just sitting and there's opportunity there. So I'm going to set them up for 750, but I'm also going to notify my client, hey, look, I've created your custom property search, but I put it up to 750, not because I want you to spend more money, but because there are homes that have been sitting on the market for a long time that we can probably bring down into your price range. And I don't want you to miss out on those opportunities. So this is a good disclaimer to give to your client. So that way they don't get that indication that you're just trying to get them to spend more, right? Everybody always thinks a realtor's just trying to get you to spend more so they make more commission. That's not the case most of the time. It's just that we understand the market better than them. And communication is everything throughout this process. So that's what I'm going to tell my client. Then I'm going to set a minimum price. So usually I'll set it at like a couple of $100,000 range. But you're going to see here that once I do this, I still have 855 results just in this area. And that's too much data for the client. So before I decide to adjust that minimum price, I'm going to come over and fill out whatever other information I have from them. So in this client here, they're looking for at least 3 bedrooms. Now, when I'm getting their criteria, I always ask them, what's the minimum amount of bedrooms that you need? Because we can always go up, but we can't go down. So they say 3 bedrooms. So I'm going to fill out 3 in the minimum side here and leave max blank. So now this gives me everything that's at least 3 bedrooms and up. And then the same thing with the bathrooms. Let's say they want at least 3 bathrooms or 2 bathrooms. I'm going to put 2 bathrooms in here for the minimum, and then we can get anything 2 bathrooms and up for them. Now, you're going to want to be aware on Lofty by default, it's going to show any. So right now I'm showing them everything. I'm showing them single family, multifamily, condo, townhouses, mobile home, and manufactured homes. This client here specifically wants a house. They're not interested in condos or townhouses. So I'm going to make sure to click that so it only shows them there, which now you can see it brought our search results down to 510 here. All right, still too much. And then another thing you want to be aware of is the listing status. So in Lofty, by default, it's just going to show the active listings. But if you're in an area like mine where we have coming soon listings, you want to come in here and click that as well. So once again, they don't miss out on anything that's coming to market. And then on the purchase type here, you can see it says for sale. Some of you, it may default to any. If it does this, it's going to show rentals too, which if they're not looking for a rental, let's not send them any rentals, right? The whole goal of these custom property alerts is that they don't have to go out to Zillow or Realtor.com or any other website like that to try to browse for homes, because we're trying to simplify that process for them. So we're going to make sure we choose for sale. And then from there, there's a whole bunch of other settings that we can choose. So whatever information that you ended up getting from them, we can fill into here. So let's say for a second here that they have something that they've requested, like let's say, these are a younger couple and they don't want to have any 55 plus communities because they don't qualify for it. There should be an option in your MLS for this. Now with Lofty, they give us an options to select here by default. This doesn't automatically sync with your MLS on most things. So you may run into a situation where, we want to, take them out in an adult community, but that option's not not in Lofty. So if you guys run into a situation where there's an option in your MLS, but you don't see it in the Lofty property alerts section, well, it's a real easy fix. You just start a ticket with Lofty or contact support and let them know, hey, in my MLS, it gives me an option to select for an adult community or not. It's not in Lofty. Can I have that added? They'll confirm it with the MLS and then they'll add it in there for you. So anytime you see something like that, just start that ticket with Lofty and they'll get it set up for you really quickly. And this is awesome because I want them on my website. I don't want them on the MLS and I don't want them going to Zillow or Realtor.com or anything like that, because the more they stay on our website searching for homes, then the more activity and traffic our domain gets, which Google likes to see that, and it makes us more easy found online. So keeping people in our IDX website is the ultimate goal, and that's what makes these property alerts so very important. So in this situation here, it is a younger couple. They do not qualify for any adult community, so I'm going to select no on this. You can see we also have levels here. So let's say they were looking for just ranch homes. We could select that. In this case, they're open to anything. So I'm going to leave that on any. There's also property subtypes, which you can kind of ignore on this because, you know, unless they're looking for like a quadplex or a duplex or something like that, then I just leave this open. But I've already selected single family home up here. So it's pretty much already limiting these to this a single family home. So try not to get confused on any of that stuff there. There's a lot of stuff in here that I'm actually not going to fill out. But it's good to have it there. Right. So as I continue to scroll down here, my client did tell me, hey, we're not interested in HOAs. So I have my HOA option here. And once again, if this option is not available in Lofty, but it's in your MLS, you just start that ticket with Lofty and then they'll make sure to add it onto your account there. And then you can have it there. So these guys don't want an HOA. So now you can see we're down to 373 results. So we have no adult community, no HOA. And then the last thing I'm looking for on here is that they wanted at least 2 garages. So I'm putting in the 2 garage space here, and you can also do any type of garage. Like let's say you need a 220 for solar, you can select that there, or not solar, sorry, for a electric vehicle, you can set that there, and then it'll make sure to pull anything. But I want to warn you guys on stuff like that. Sometimes it may have 220, but the listing agent didn't catch it and didn't put it in the MLS. So if it's not listed in the MLS and we choose that, well, it's going to exclude that. So I kind of am, I'm very cautious on doing that because look, the reality is that not all real estate agents are created equal, and some of them are lazy and they're not putting everything in the MLS correctly. And if we're depending on that, then we could miss out on some awesome opportunities for them. So I just leave that open on there. And once again, for the, like, they also wanted a basement. So you can see over here, I got an option for basement here. So I'm going to select yes on that. And I just keep looking over here at these results. Once again, I want them under 100 because it's too much data for the lead and they'll end up going somewhere else and creating their own search, which we don't want them to do. We want to be that level of service for them so they feel like they're being catered to on this. And this is how you can convert them. I couldn't tell you guys how many leads that have been in my database for years that gave me their criteria, but then life happened and they weren't ready to buy the house. But I kept sending them homes based on their criteria, and that kept them in my ecosystem until eventually they ended up putting a showing request in from one of the listings I sent them. And next thing you know, we're under contract and closing a deal. Property alerts, in my opinion, are one of the #1 best things you can have running in your CRM on autopilot that will actually convert leads for you if they're not ready and you are not making good contact with them. It's a piece of the puzzle. So there's a whole bunch of other stuff. Like we want to have our drip campaigns or our smart plans in with auto text and auto email and still making your calls. But this is one major piece to that puzzle that helps with that conversion. So scrolling down, that's pretty much it. And once again, if there's anything on here that is in your MLS that's not on Lofty, you just start that ticket with them and they'll add it, no problem. So once again, we're at that 175 results. I need to trim this down. So I'm going to come back up to my price now and I'm going to increase that. So we're going to bring it up to 600,000 because let's be real, they're shopping up to 700,000. So the $500,000 mark's probably not going to be anything that they want. So even coming up to 600, I still have 111 results. So I'm going to try to trim it down even more. I'm going to go up to 650 and see what we end up with. Look at that, 62 results. This is absolutely perfect. This is going to be right in line with what they're looking at and what they want to spend. If you want to see what's in the 750s and not, you can go back down to 700 and see what we get. So there's 35 results there. Now think about that for a second. If I jump that back up to 750 and we go from 35 to 62, Think about how many of those houses have probably been sitting on the market for a while that we could drag down, right? And if you were really concerned with that being up too high, you could drag it down to like 725 or whatever. But there is opportunity in these markets right now, so let's take advantage of it. So now we've got everything put in our criteria. We've got it down to 62 results. We're looking absolutely perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and click next. Then it's going to give us this pop-up here. And for a lot of you guys, this setting might be on by default, and you want to make sure to turn this off because this is going to use listings on the market as supplement. So if we have our frequency in which we're sending these property alerts and there's not a lot of new homes that came on the market, it's going to grab listings outside of their search criteria and throw them in there to make it look fuller. Last thing you want to do, because these aren't going to meet their criteria, and then you're going to have to explain why you're sending them homes that don't meet the requirement that they asked for. So I always uncheck that, and then I check this send alert immediately because I'm setting them up in the system. I probably just got off the phone with them or I just got out of a meeting with them. I want them to get that alert right away and then continue to get them from there. So if you don't click this send alert immediately, it's going to wait till the next frequency side to send that alert. And that could be a couple days from now, and we don't want them to think that we got lazy. I like to give them immediate results. This is modern society here. They want these immediate results. So next we're going to go ahead and name this. So I'm just going to name it Homes West of I-25. Okay, and why do I not put homes for sale or, homes under a certain amount of money, like under 500K or whatever that may be, is because those are spam trigger language. We don't want these property alerts landing in spam, so I just try to keep it very simple. Homes west of I-25. This doesn't tell Google or Gmail or any of the other mail carriers that this is a spam or a potential promotional email. So I just do homes west of I-25. Now that's just the alert name. So we're going to have to come by and put that in the subject, but I usually just copy that and put that into the subject there. So this is going to give us homes west of I-25. Should steer clear of the spam folders here. And then the next thing is going to be our frequency. So depending on what their time frame is, so let's say this person was ready to go now, well, I'm going to probably send it to them every single day. I'm going to probably send them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I'm going to do Saturday and Sunday as well. But let's say they work the day shift. Well, we can choose to send these property alerts in the evening as well. So that way they get them when they're off of work and it's not something that gets lost or forgotten about. We want these property alerts to try to go out according to their schedule. And I love that Lofty gives us the opportunity to choose when or what part of the day we want to send those out on. Now, you may be wondering, can I choose a specific time? The answer is no, not really. I mean, we could set them up in a smart plan and do that way. But in this scenario here, we just choose AM or PM. So I'll usually choose Sunday in the morning, Saturday in the morning, and Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in the evening. So that way they're getting the property alerts when they're at home and they can actually look for the properties there. So from here, we've got it all set up. I'm just going to click Save. And then that property alert is going to save and they're going to say, hey, did you want to sync this into the search criteria? And it's like, sure. Now what that's going to do is it's going to put that information inside their search criteria over here. And now we have it. So you can see one has been sent. We'll be able to see if they've opened or clicked or saved any of it. But now this is going to go out every single day for them. So that is exactly how you set up these property alerts. Once again, this is one of the most important things you can do for every single lead that comes into your system that's looking for a home. And it's super easy to do. All right, guys, there you have it. It's that easy to set up those property alerts in Lofty. This is a game changer because when we keep our leads on our IDX website and instead of the MLS and other people's websites, the traffic comes to us. And that helps with your SEO, that helps with your recognition on Google, and that helps you become more easily discoverable. And more importantly, it keeps them in your ecosystem. So when they are finally ready, you're the realtor that they call. If you guys got value from this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any of these awesome tutorials and Lofty and AI updates I got coming your way. And also, if you guys want to get Lofty on your own, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you guys are at a brokerage or you've been exploring Lofty on your own, hit me up. I'm an official certified Lofty coach and a Lofty reseller, so I can get you guys this platform exactly as you see on my tutorial videos here for a fraction of the price that you can get it from Lofty. So just click the link in the description below and book a call with me and let's see if this is a good fit. Thanks so much for geeking out with me, guys. And if you guys want to level up even more, don't hesitate to check out ApexEliteAI.com. This is my live implementation system where we actually have our weekly mastermind calls and a whole bunch of awesome resources for real estate, AI, and CRM. I'll catch you guys on the next one.